Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of Inside the Dressing Room. I'm your host Rubadi of Dhaka. The day began with a very positive note for Bangladeshi cricket fans as Pakistan Cricket Board rescheduled the much-awaited T20 series and announced new venues and new dates and confirmed the series. But as the day went along, the happy note turned sour as one of the upcoming superstars, Nahid Rana, withdrew from the series. To talk about all that, I have Atif Azam with me. Atif, we just heard the news that Nahid Rana has opted out of the Pakistan series. Two questions for you. Is he going to be the first one in a long line of superstars to not to play in the Pakistan series? And second, which you can answer first, that what is the reason behind it? What's the official story?
I think Nahid Rana opted out, and along with him, two members of the coaching staff also
Staff,
opted
of
out.
course.
Nathan Kelly, the trainer, and James Pammon, the fielding coach, they also opted out because they are not comfortable going to Pakistan. I think Nahid Rana has got all the reasons not to be comfortable going to Pakistan because he was playing in the PSL when the border tension erupted. And due to that, he was a bit traumatized. That Najmul Abidin himself admitted, Najmul Abidin, the BCB
Cricket Operations Chairman, right.
himself admitted that Rana is a bit traumatized, Rana and Rishad. So it's very natural that they might not opt out. And along with that, he also insisted that some other players also had some reservations, but eventually decided to go. So it suggests that
He's the only one.
he's the only one who have opted out officially, while others are going, but there are some reservations inside their mind. And that's quite natural because, as we have discussed it earlier, that when the players got their own family, they've got the family to whom they're accountable to. And I know personally there were a couple of players who are ready to go, but their family have reservations about traveling to Pakistan. So it must be a hectic time for Najmul Abidin, the BCP cricket operations, who went to Dubai along with BCP presidents to talk with the players in person. And I think that's a very good decision by the BCB that they went to Dubai instead of talking in a conference call. So they could understand how much security they're going to be provided.
Right. Well, Atif, as I've asked earlier, that Nahid Rana opted out, and this could start, a domino effect that 2 or 3 more players might opt out in that case.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, because if anything they wanted to opt out, then he would have opted out earlier. It's not like because they had got time to take their decisions, and because they had some reservations, and later on they had some reservations, and later on the BCB tried to negotiate and tried to convince them that no, it will all around. For Nahid Rana, the case is different. The Nahid case is different because he has discomfort, considering the fact that he's a little bit traumatized.
He experienced the terror of war, right?
Terror. So that can naturally happen for a young cricketer like Rana, who is just 22, 23, it can really have an effect on his mind. So I don't mind that Nahid Rana opted out of the series.
Right. Atif, lastly on this issue is that Bangladesh is going to play 3 T20s in a very short span. But after the UAE series, they're flying to Pakistan. So can this series be a bit more stretched? Because from 28th to 1st June, they are playing 3 T20s. This could have been a bit flexible, do you think?
I don't think so, Rubat, because the amount of tension players are carrying. So it's better to play all the 3 matches on a row. And so from 28 till 1st, they want to wrap up the series as quickly as possible. But that's the bottom line.
Right. But the series feels like that the players would go there as early as possible. They will play 3 matches and then
exactly
get out of Pakistan.
Yeah, exactly. That's the tone that they're carrying in the dressing room. That we don't need to worry. We just get into the hotel, play the game, return back to the hotel, stay back to the hotel, go to the field the other day, and then come back and just finish off the series.
Right. All right, Atif, let's switch issues and let's talk about a very good report that you've worked on, and Daily Sun published it today, and audiences can get a copy of it from their paper stands. that is focuses on one of the grim issues of local football. One of the oldest local clubs, Momana Sporting Club, just won the BPL, secured the title, but they're facing unfathomable financial insecurities. And you've talked to one of the oldest club officials who's been working with the team for a long time, Lokman Hossain Bhuiya, and his words were terrifying to me personally when I read the story. What did he, how did you interview going on, and what about Mohammedan that triggered you to do the story?
I think that there was a lot of euphoria since Mohammedan became the champions. A lot of emotions got carried away since Mohammedan became the champions because they won the championship after 23 years. It's been a long time. For the first time in BPL, I guess that they're out of the race for a long time. But I wanted to dig a bit. I wanted deep. I mean that I just don't want to say like few others that who just wrote that. I'm not pointing fingers on anyone who just wanted to project that it's a new dawn for Mohammedan.
Actually, it is not.
No. It can be a new dawn. I don't mind. I don't mind agreeing with them that it can be a new dawn, provided everything is placed in order.
Right.
But the way Mohammedan has been run for the last couple of years, if you see, then I don't think that you can say this a new dawn. Rather, you can say this an accident. Because with the structure that they're having right now, I don't think that they even believe that they could be the champions.
Right.
They don't have their own playing field. Even Lokman Hossain Bhuiya said that the where they're practicing is not good enough for practicing.
It's not at all standard.
At all standards. So they don't have an election. Now when there'll be an elected body, new elected body, when there'll be a new government, then probably Mohammedan will be geared up. But just winning the BPL will not change Mohammedan's fate right away within a night. I don't believe that because it's not about winning the BPL or things like that. It's about the money that they're earning.
Right.
And
the sustainability of
sustainability. Because I think Lokman Hossain Bhuiya was really hurt when he uttered that word that
we have to beg to run the club. He has to go for money to
exactly.
go to people.
They don't have a proper structure. If they have a proper structured planning, I mean, if they wanted to earn, because whatever clubs you have seen, they all have a revenue earning source. It's not because that you are having a club in Motihil, you're going to a Motihil club. Earlier what we have seen is that how did Mohammedan run?
Right.
They used to go to different offices in Motihil and used to ask money from different organizations.
Donations, basically.
Exactly. And that's the way they go. But that donation cannot sustain this club.
Of course.
The costs have gone so much that only those little donations won't be able to make them survive in this competitive world.
Right.
They need to make revenue earning sources.
Right.
And the one thing that can be done is that if they can, what I feel is if the place that they have, if they can put it into rent, if they can make big buildings there in the place,
and rent some office houses
so that they have got a good revenue. That can be one of the options.
One of the revenue generating.
Or anything. Or anything. If they sell their membership, they do anything. But they need to have sustainable revenue earning source, or else just by begging, you can be champion for one time, but not for a
consistent period
of time.
Right. Atif, thank you for your insights today. That's all the time we have for you.
Thank you.
Folks, that was another episode of Inside the Dressing Room. I'll be back soon with another new episode. Till then, you take care.
Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe our YouTube channel. Get the latest update on www.daily-sun.com.